What's good, y'all? It's produced by Polar. It's been a minute since I recorded, but this video is about how to make beats more interesting. So I'm gonna show you a couple techniques. I'm gonna show you a couple beats where I use the techniques. But basically, like, if you learn nothing else from today, I want you to know that, like, alternate your drum patterns, alternate your hi-hats and your kick snare patterns. Okay, and then like structure every four. Like, there's a reason like FL is arranged in such a way. You see how it's like light here and then like dark here and then light here again. So like every four you want something new to happen, and that just keeps the beat more interesting. So that's like a good rule of thumb. Every four make something new happen, and then alternate your drum patterns. Try to alternate your melodies as much as possible. I know that's kind of like a hard one to do. Sometimes it's hard to play like 8-bar good melodies. That's fair. I wouldn't focus too much on that. I would focus more on try to get your drum patterns to variate a little bit more. So here's a beat, obviously, and also like I transition to a whole different beat because this is kind of like something that's kind of going on in modern rap, if you will. Like midway through the beat to like switch it up. So I'm just gonna play this beat and yeah, and also you see how I arranged it. Brought in some little drums, brought in more heavy drums, nothing, something. See how like every four is just something totally different. And that's the key to keeping it more interesting, keeping it different every, it's not even beats where that's like a relevant thing. That's just like everything. So I'll play this beat. Let y'all listen to it. This is a beat like I really didn't even finish like totally. I made this like yesterday, so like I really haven't even had time to touch it up. But this beat is also like a kind of a good example of how to use the open hi-hat. See how there's 7? I switched to the hi-hat, these two hi-hats, and this one's different from this kick. That transition right there. Right when the beat starts to get really boring. This is about a minute in. I think so, yeah. About a minute 16 in. See how I just switched the whole thing up? I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, y'all basically get this beat. So like y'all, I did like 4 automation clips here, which is actually 5, which is pretty crazy. So I mean, you don't have to do all this. I don't really do this many automation clips for like all my beats, but like, so like I put this is the melodic bandwidth in Fruity Love Filter. So it's just a preset in Fruity Love Filter, the melodic bandwidth. That's like the main sound. I use this EQ vibe. Okay, see, I just had both these hit at the exact same time. That made that transition really pop. Also, I turned down the snare a little bit because the reverb was just loud. That's what this automation clip is. Then I put the love filter on the snare. Then I put the reverb on the snare. So like that's all that really changed there. So you just kind of want to switch it up midway through. It's about halfway through the beat actually, even though it kind of seems like it comes in late, but it still has like a big chunk of the beat. Okay, cool. We're gonna check out another beat. Okay, so we have this beat. A couple things that made it more interesting is Switching up the hi-hat patterns. Well, actually, I believe I had the same hi-hat pattern the whole time, which is kind of sad, actually. See, this is not a good example, but, yeah. But what I did here is every 4 is obviously something different. So I still obeyed that rule. Kept this beat short. Whoa, kind of short. It's still kind of long. 2 minutes. I made a cool little drop here, and then I switched up the whole beat here. So I'll just go ahead and play this one. I still use like the O hi-hat you can hear. See, I did like that soft. Oh, that was nice. Surprised I didn't make a alternate pattern, to be honest. But keep adding drums too. That's another thing. Like, kind of build up. Added the 808 towards the end. I really didn't work too hard on the 808. And right when the beat starts to get like repetitive, switch it up real quick. Also, like when you're making beats, I low-key just try to like end beats. Like, don't try to drag a beat out too long, because then people will just never listen to it again. So I did have a different hi-hat pattern. Oh, I think I meant to put this hi-hat pattern here. I just forgot. I really think I actually just did that, which is kind of embarrassing, low-key. But yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. Interesting. So 4/5, I did have different hi-hat patterns. I think maybe this one just sounded weird when I listened to it earlier. That's probably why I didn't do that. So sometimes, sometimes also like that's a good rule of thumb to bring up, which really has nothing to do with the making a beat more whatever, the point of this video. Just flow. Let's listen to another beat. Okay, this is like a softer beat. Have the intro filter there, kind of making it more interesting. Intros are really important to beats too, so always make like the first like 4 bars hot. This is like 2 instruments, which is really crazy actually. Okay, see, yeah, these are 2 different kick snare patterns right here. Added this random slowdown. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. I was just trying to be weird. Sometimes you gotta do that with beats. And then I brought it back. I got some lyrics in here too. I thought I deleted that, man. H. And then like also here's something you can do too is have that counter melody come in. I had it come in here, but you couldn't really hear that well. Right when things get really repetitive. See, 2 different kick snares. Usually you should probably try to mix up the hi-hats too, but that's okay. You gotta do something at least. Minimum. So I hope you guys get the point like of this video, which is like try to mix up your sounds. Remember, rule of thumb, every 4 bars, switch it up. Try not to have 2 repeating patterns like the entire beat. I have 2 here, which is kind of like a no-no. You really don't even want that. That's really kind of going too far. Even that. But yeah, you want to switch up as much as possible. Switch up the hi-hats, switch up the drums. When you think about it, that's really the only 2 that you really have to switch up. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope y'all learn a thing or two. Automation clips too. Throwing them autos every now and again, right when the beat starts to get stale. Automation, a good little automation clip can save it. I'll start some of these automation clips too. Yeah, I told you I got that fruity bandwidth, which is just hard. Like that changes the whole vibe. Bandwidth, love filter. Yeah, love filter. So like you can automation clip any of these. Just write automation clip. You can automation clip any of these and just have it come in later. Just figure out what you like and what fits your style, really. That's it for this video, y'all. Hold it down and peace out.